talk. Okay. Hello, and you are welcome to the second edition of Sister Hold My Hand. We just started and we are excited. I am here with Roberta and I. She is supporting me today. She's one of the sisters. And so today, hi, Roberta.
Hi, Kemi. I'm always excited to be in your presence. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited to be in your presence. So the title for today is Developing Resilience in the Face of Adversity Through Thought Transformation. Now, if you've not heard that expression before, thought transformation is what I do. So people call it mindset, I call it thought set. But the reason I use the expression thought transformation is because that good book says that we should be transformed by the renewing of our minds. And so for you to be transformed, is you being transformed, your thoughts need to do the transforming. And it's also your thoughts that renew your mind. So that word renew means to renovate. So when you go into an old house, or maybe you want to change something in your house, you renovate it. And when you could pull off the wallpaper, you could paint over what's there already. So it's not about pulling out the wrong thinking. It's about renovating, putting over the wrong thinking, new thinking, right thoughts, okay? And that's what we renew your mind, so that when we walk into that house that you've renovated, we're like, this is a new house, but it's not a new house. We just painted over it, changed some furniture, we renovated it. So what you're being asked, but that changes the whole house. It changes the whole house. So in this case, you're renovating your mind, and that will change the whole self. Because the principle is, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I need to start my timer because we shouldn't be here longer than we ought. Okay. All right. So as I always do, you've got to understand the meaning of words to be able to fully know what you're talking about. You've got to understand the meaning of words. Understand, use your dictionary, Google, whatever you want to use. Get an understanding of meaning of words. And if you're a great student, you will go into the etymology of the word. Get the background meaning. Where did that word start? What was its original meaning? What word? Because English is not original. English it came from Latin, Old French, or Greek. So it's one of those three languages that English came out of, and the meanings are different. Then when that word was created, another thing that will help you when you look at the etymologies, it will tell you what century, what year in the 15th century, 1520s. It will tell you when they start using that word and when the meaning changed as well. Maybe in 1708 it changed, then it changed to something else. So when you get the root of something, it works for you. You know why that word is used that way, and it helps you to live differently, totally differently. So that's your lesson on etymology. Okay, and meanings. So let's go into the meaning of the word adversity. I would love to know the etymology of adversity. But since we're not going to be here for ages, let me just go to where I'm going. Adversity means a difficult or unpleasant situation. Developing resilience in the face of adversity through thought transformation. Adversity means a difficult or unpleasant situation. So you're going to develop resilience in the face of an unpleasant or difficult situation. Ordinarily, people like me in the past, I'll go hide from an unpleasant situation, or I'll just totally ignore it, or I'll run away from the person or the thing, or I'll vibrate where I am, but I'm done with that because that doesn't solve anything. I remember I used to cry a lot, and I would finish crying. And do you know why? When I finish crying, what will happen? Nothing. The situation has not changed. And so when I realized that, I got upset. I said, I'm not crying again. I want solution. I'm thinking if I cry, somebody will come around and, everything. It doesn't change anything. You're emotional, and yeah, you can be emotional. You are created with emotions. You're meant to express your emotions. but you're not meant to be controlled by them. You are not a victim to your emotions, because emotions are fickle. You're laughing at 2 p.m. and at 2:10 you are grouchy. Like, that's how fickle emotions are. So you've got to be in charge. You've got to be in charge. You can't just melt and, oh, oh God, you don't know how I feel. Of course I know how you feel. Not exactly, because I too feel, but I'm just saying you cannot live that way. If it's not going to solve the problem, then we don't have time. We can only engage in solution thinking, and that is work. It makes your brain sweat, but you feel better after that. I promise you, and your life is better, and you are better for people that come around you. So now let's look at the meaning of the word resilience. So I'm sure if you are asked, so what does resilience mean? You would say, oh, it means this, that. I know I can say what it means, but I can't really say it the way the Google Dictionary says it. So resilience means the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. Resilience also means toughness. I love being tough because I win that way. I win. I win. And this is sister, hold my hand. We want you to win. We don't want you to crumble and die. I'm sure 98% of the women listening to this, or maybe 99 or 99.9, I don't know, who have, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I think, that's just how I am. I'm just this. No, that's not how you are. If that's how you are, I believe in God. He made you, he made me. He did not make one weakling, not one. We all choose weakness. And because we have a free will, we can choose it. But I want you to understand as we go into this, that it's step by step, it's process, it's a journey. Remember, though, that a journey can be, how long it is and how short it is up to you. Don't say, oh, I'm on a journey, because I hear people say that. Everybody's not like you, Kemi. I'm on a journey. It's a journey. When will you arrive? Destination. Like,
and if it doesn't have a date, you'll never arrive.
Yeah. Oh, I've always done this. My mother did it. My grandmother did it. My great-grandmother. How is it going for you? How is that working out for you? How did it work out for them? Is it cool? It ain't cool. And it doesn't mean you win every single time, but process means you are growing. Journey means you are moving forward. That means who you were last week is not who you are today. And who you were yesterday, if you keep growing, should not be who you are today. You should always get something new you're learning. So let's go through that title again. Developing resilience in the face of adversity through thought transformation. So we know resilience means the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly. Remember, withstand, recover quickly, not just recover quickly from difficulties. It also means toughness. That's what it means to be resilient. So we're looking at developing the capacity to withstand or the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. We're looking at developing toughness in the face of difficulties, because that's the meaning of adversity, a situation that's really difficult, through thought transformation. Usually we want to just get up, oh, that's me, I'm an action person, so get up, get this done, talk to this person, everything will be done, right? And currently in my family, there is a dire situation going on with one of my children. And she's an adult, she's got her kids, husband, and all that. And I normally would get up and talk, because as you can see, I can talk. Yeah. I would normally get up and talk, like, you do this, you don't do that, you stop this, do. But I've learned that it's not about my ability to talk. It is about whosoever's ability to grow. So if somebody speaks to you now about whatever it is, and it's something you're struggling with, dealing with, is a challenge, whatever you want to call it, but you've been talked to before, you know what they're going to tell you. So, okay, maybe somebody really wise comes. You've heard some of it before. What I teach, everybody has heard it before. What I coach, We've all heard it before. I'm not going to say, oh, well, yeah, it's new. No, the newness is that is Kemi saying it. That's the only thing that's new. But there's nothing new under the sun. And the reason I keep saying that, you've heard it before, you've just decided not to do anything about it. You are not using it. That's where I come in. Whip your butt and say, get up. Female does not mean weak. You are happening. You are created not for you. And once you start the journey, you're going to enjoy, love the fact that you are stronger. When you are going in a direction in which you've never been before, it's scary. But we don't have time to be afraid and stand still and be stopped. Like, I can't do it. And you'll be doing, I can't do it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You stay years, 15 years, 25 years. We need to wake up and move one step at a time on that journey. So how do we develop resilience? How do we develop this toughness in the face of difficulty? I'm saying it is through thought transformation. So let's example, your house was burgled and they took some like things that mom gave you when you were 15 years old, and they destroyed some parts. Your laptop that had all your work was taking, the work you've had for the last 4 years, and they've stolen some things that your kids and all kinds of stuff. Okay, you might come in and cry and scream and shout and kick and throw a book and throw a plate, whatever. Why me? I don't understand why people say why me, Roberta, why do people say why me? Should it have been somebody else? Who would you choose?
Yes. And also when you say why me, one, yes, like you said, who else is supposed to get this? And two, if we all said why me, then who's supposed to get any? Because life is yin and yang. There's opposites. So why should your life be smooth your entire 80, 90 years of living?
Yes.
Because when you say why me, you literally say that you're literally saying I should have a smooth going life for all my life.
That's exactly what we're saying. So instead of saying why me, just chill. It's all good. I hope you can't hear the fan because I've just put it on. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. So there's no point saying why me. Like, who do you want to choose for bad things to happen to? We don't do that. Now, that bad thing should have happened to you instead of me. We don't do that. So please stop saying why me. That's a sentence. It's a sentence. Don't say.
And how does it make you feel better? Because here's the thing, you were talking earlier about words, the power of words, that people don't realize how powerful words are. Just based on something that comes out of your mouth, which then was started in the thought, it determines how your actual body feels.
Absolutely.
And your mood and whether you are cheerful or downtrodden. Words are so powerful. So when you say why me, imagine how your body feels after that. And the thoughts that then follow to prove the white me theory and sort of like strengthen it, give it more food, more protein.
I love that.
So how do you feel after that even? Because you when you sit on that, the brain is always there to prove you right.
Yep.
Why me? Oh, even last year this happened. Why me? Oh, you know what? Even my friends, I see why they've deserved. Why me? You prove yourself wrong from the why me foundation that you started, and you just go in a downhill spiral from there.
So really, there is no point. That thought that has become words. That's where we need to start. We don't want to say anything nonsensical out of our mouths. And because we are women, we tend to be quick with our words. Not all of us. I'm learning to be slow to speak and quick to hear. So I'm practicing that actively. So what I do, so when it comes to thought transformation, rather, is to think right. So automatically for decades of your life, even if you're just 30 or 20 or whatever, how old, 40, it gets worse if you're 30, 40, 50. I'm in my late 50s. And now you've been thinking for 4 decades, 5 decades in a particular way. Like, hello, and it's not served you. So your house is burgled. What do you think? They got it. Oh, they stole this. Oh my God. And they took this. Oh my God. Okay, you can cry. I don't, I'm not saying I don't mind. Cry. Do whatever your emotion, you are going to react. The next thing you need to do is respond. How are you going to respond? You hear it all the time. It is not what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens to you. It's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to what happens to you. How are you going to respond to this? How are you going to respond? How are you going to be resilient, tough? What's that? What are those other words? How are you going to have that capacity to withstand and recover quickly from a difficult situation? It's not just to recover quickly. We call, bounce back ability. You can be bouncing a ball can be bouncing, and just keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Bounce back to strength ability, not bounce back to weakness. So you need to slow down and say, what is the solution to this? My laptop is gone. All the work I've been doing, my business, all kinds of things that are in there that are private, my clients, phone numbers, name it is there. How to get onto my bank account, what do I do? Solution thinking. Solution. So maybe you go and report to the police, and while you're reporting to the police, you still have your phone, you begin to talk to people in IT. How do I shut this down? Then say, did you save anything on the cloud? Yes, okay, go and tell your bank, go and do this. If you're in the cloud, you can access all your stuff and change all your passwords. You can this, you can that. That's solution thinking. When you're sitting now, throwing yourself on the ground, rolling, they stole this and they stole that. They're busy using it while you are busy getting upset at solution thinking. And I promise you, when you get into the act, before it becomes a habit of solution thinking, where you enter into resilience in the face of adversity, you are stronger for it. You, like Roberta was saying, you send a message to your body, your physical body, because thoughts are things. Thoughts are real things. They are things. They create. Thoughts are things. They are real things. They are things. They are sheets of paper. They are everything you think. They are things. Thoughts are things. They are not just, I just had that thought. I'll prove it to you. Let's do it together, Roberta. So if you put your hands out this way, and on your left hand, I want you to put an imaginary feather. Just one feather, a little feather in your imagination. Put it your left hand. Let's close our eyes to do this. And then on your right hand, I want you to get in your imagination the 3 biggest books in your house, like a really big Bible, a really big encyclopedia, a really big dictionary, or maybe some textbook. Imagine those 3 books on your hand. They're in your house, so bring them from wherever they are in your imagination, put them on your right hand. While you're still holding the feather, your hands are still up, both hands. And then once you put those 3 books on there, get another 3 books, just as big, or if you don't have any more, just get 3 more books. Put it on top of those 3 books, the first 3 books, on your right hand. So you must have 6 imaginary books on your right hand. Then I want you to get another 3 books and put them again on your right hand. And now you have 9 books on your right hand. Now hold them there. Don't let them fall. Don't let the feather blow out. Okay, blow off your hand because it's just one little feather. Now, I want you to tell me, once you are done, you've done this and you're holding it out for a while, you can open your eyes and put your hands down and tell me what happened to both hands. Roberta, what happened to both hands?
The sun is down.
That always amazes me. And
The sun is down. You know what it's similar to as well? This is how powerful thoughts are. Have you noticed how if you think of, I don't know what you love, Kimmy, but if I see a cheesecake on a video, I literally, the saliva coming out of the sides of my mouth, and I picture myself in, because that's how much I love it. Even if I don't see it on the screen, just thinking about it and say, I crave cheesecake right now. The saliva comes out.
Yes.
As if it's here, I'm about to eat. You know, when you have that thing, oh my goodness, I can't wait for this chicken.
Yes.
It literally does that to your body. It changes as if it's real, because it is real.
It is real. We are co-creators with God. It is real. So what are you creating today? What are you creating? And since you have that kind of power, you can recreate. You can't, you didn't know the thief was coming. You're not going to think that, alakazam, my laptop comes back. But you can think right and think solution. That actually puts you on the road to recovering your things back. Because those thoughts are affecting your property that was stolen. You never know. Maybe the thieves dropped it somewhere. Oh, we don't want this laptop anymore. And somebody recognizes it, or maybe your name is stuck somewhere and go, I know somebody, you don't know what will happen. It could come back. Or somebody will just buy you like a whole suite. Like, what kind of laptop do you want? How many do you want? You don't know, because that's God's prerogative, how things work. But yours is thinking right. That we've just proven that it affects your body. Your right hand gets heavier. I do this all the time when I teach, when I want to use examples, and it still gets heavy. My own right hand still gets heavy.
Yeah.
And people, like Roberta said, their hands go down.
Because it was holding 9 books. And talking about creation, Kemi, is when they say you create your reality.
Correct.
Right? And yes, it's true. And but we only think of it in terms of, saying, okay, I'm affirming this and I want this to happen in my life. And that works. But you know what else, in this instance of talking about adversity, creating your reality? Being in what we consider a difficult situation, but in your head, you live in a different world right now.
Correct.
Because we always think, oh, these are the facts, this is my surroundings, oh, I must think like this because of what I see with my eyes. No, not always the case. In your head, you can live in a different reality. Correct. Compared to your surroundings.
Correct.
When the guy, Denzel Washington, played the movie The Hurricane, when the hurricane was in jail, he was surrounded by prison bars, but in his head, he was in a different world.
Yeah.
You create your reality. It's here.
Yep.
It's not the stuff you touch on. Yep. It's here. Your reality is here.
Yeah, yeah. And that's free. And you can't think for me, because that won't affect me. It affects you. You can't think for me. You can think what you want, but it affects you. I know people take it to other, and voodoo and all that stuff, but no, the ability to think right, to think solution is a good thing. It's not something to hurt other people. It's not something to use to manipulate other people, because what you sow, you will reap. That's, again, a law, and thoughts work according to laws. So that's us done. We have just a few minutes left to be here. Our YouTube videos, our podcasts are just about 30 minutes long. So to develop resilience, you've got to think resilient thoughts, solution thinking, strong, tough thoughts. Where are we going from here? What next? I need to let my office know my laptop was stolen. All those material things that was stolen, necklace my mom gave me when I was 15. It's okay. They're material things. Like Roberta said, all these things we touch, we hold, oh, it's my favorite jacket. Until it's no longer your favorite jacket. You are sold out, you're a victim to things, to food, to what you can touch, and what you can buy, and how much money you have.
And here's the big news about that. You are so much bigger than things. When you understand that, I'm not saying don't treasure stuff. We all do.
Oh, yes.
But when you understand that if it's lost, you don't cry for it as if your life is over.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But one of the most powerful things you can do is to think right in the midst of this physical material world when everything is opposite of what you desire. And that's what I teach. I help you to get to that place. So, Sister Hold My Hand, we're inviting you to join us. We have a membership. Join us at sisterholdmyhand.com. Check us out on that website, and you can ask us questions. You can leave your comments right here, and we'll come back to respond to you. Do you have any questions? Do you think I should elaborate on anything else, Roberta?
I think you did a phenomenal job, Kemi, and that's why you coach us how to think, because it all starts with the thought. And when you said thought transformation, I remember that, we always think, oh, let me learn new things, let me learn new things. Remember to also unlearn old stuff.
Let's talk about that. That's something I always say people should never do. So let's say I plant an apple seed and oranges, and the tree is growing. I'm thinking, yeah, my apples are I'm gonna have this red delicious. Oh, and then harvest time, the warm season, and I'm seeing oranges. I'm thinking, like, I'm looking around, like, where's my apple tree? I planted an apple seed. Why are oranges growing? And that's not going to change it. They're still growing. Guess what? You thought you planted an apple seed because you went into the bag where the seeds were. Well, you planted an orange seed. You picked up the seed. Now, if I uproot the orange tree, will that plant the apple? The apples? No. So don't uproot. You're using energy. Don't unlearn. I always hear it. Learn, relearn, unlearn. No.
Yeah.
Just pick the orange tree alone. Plant your apple. Plant 4 just in case you picked the wrong one.
I think when they say unlearn, they mean the belief system you had that no longer serves you.
So unlearn.
And then, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Well, other people will think, oh, I have to dig it out.
No.
That is the work. That's what I get.
That's why we say, don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. Keep the baby. The baby is the stuff that's still good. That's still the tree that is still very good to take forward with you. But maybe there's an element that if you were to just tweak that, when you go forward, then your thinking is going to be, shifted, and it's going to be, you're going to transform your thinking. So it doesn't mean uproot everything and become, I don't know.
I guess like I talk about it. People ask, so I'm unlearning it. No, I don't want you wasting time on learning anything. Just learn the new stuff. Learn the new thing and it will replace.
It will replace, yes.
What is there? Don't waste time. Say, oh my God, you mean this is how I've been thinking all my life? This is what I've been doing. Forget it. You have. That's past. Let's move on.
It doesn't mean take an unlearning class. I think people misunderstand. It doesn't mean take, no. Focus on the new ways to think.
Yes. So keep learning.
Keep learning new stuff. It will replace the stuff that no longer serves you. You're going to transform even as a person. You know how people say, I don't even recognize Kemi. She sounds different even the way she talks.
Yeah. So please grasp that. I just leave what you know alone. All right. You've got new knowledge now. Focus on the new knowledge. Because some people go into regret and guilt and, oh, look at what I've been doing.
Those are very low vibrational energies. You don't want that. Focus on the high ones, which is all the stuff Coach Kemi was talking about today. No, guilt and all that, very low vibrational. You don't want to operate on that frequency.
That's right.
Don't do that. No.
That's right. And we could go into vibration as well, because our entire body, everywhere, the air, everything is all vibration, and it's the movement. Think about a kettle boiling at 100 degrees centigrade. That's what we use here in Nigeria and in the UK. It doesn't boil until all the molecules in the water are vibrating there. That is reached boiling point. Now you can put it off, or it puts itself off, and you can use the water. That's exactly how you are. Every time you think, it reaches boiling point and it changes everything. Because once it reaches boiling point, the gas, the steam shows. Water is that's how you change things with thought. And that's about quantum physics, energy, and all that. So I beseech you, I beg you, don't cower, don't go down, don't give in and give up. Control yourself. You can't control anybody else, but you can control you. Control yourself and say, this has happened. What's the solution thinking I need to engage my mind in so that the 2 + 2 + 3 + 4 can happen? Solution. That doesn't mean you are dead to your emotions. They are part of you. You just don't live by them. You don't operate by them. You don't make decisions based on emotions. I used to say, I wear my heart on my sleeves. Anybody will know how I feel. And I thought that, give me a badge. I'm not hiding anything. And I was living by my heart on my sleeves. How did that help me? It didn't. I'm a stronger woman for it now. Oh, I do feel emotions. I do want to cry.
It's not wrong to feel it. We always use the word, don't marinate in it and just sit there and have this, who is me? And most importantly, you know what's the danger with emotions? Some people make life-changing decisions based on emotions.
Based on emotions. Permanent decisions on temporary situations. I'm crying at 6 o'clock, 6:05, I've stopped crying, and you've made a life-changing decision. Ooh. Well, thank you so much, Roberta, for joining me here today. I will be seeing you next week with another amazing title, and I'll be with another sister, so look out for us. God bless you. Thank you so much. Remember, check out sisterholdmyhand.com, and we'll be there to serve you. Stay strong. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's up?